Welcome back. Last time we dealt with the innkeeper after he set us up, and now we still have to do some exploring inside the tavern. Let's see. We've got Safa over here. Let's talk to her.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale.
So usually I would just have some drinks with her, but I did that in my first playthrough, and yeah, at the end of it she's just knocked out and unconscious and whatever. So let's see this time what happens if we talk her out of it. Tell her she looks like she's in a bad shape. Ask if she ought not to take it easy.
Drink or shut up.
Okay, so much for that. Well, fine. Look from her to the drink, shrug, and drink it down in one long gulp.
Nothing like a glass of the good stuff to smudge everything into a pretty shape.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim bar light.
Bottoms up.
Ask her why she seems so determined to drown out her thoughts tonight.
It's a sad story about a lover who left me out cold. Name's mind your business.
Say I'm not in the habit of telling pretty girls no, and got down the second drink.
Can you just not? Cheers to you, me, and
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind. Cheers to you, me, and me again. Another.
Screw up your face and look at her closely. She's not like any of the elves you've met so far.
What do you mean?
Say it's the way she talks. You'd mistake her for a dwarf if you didn't know better.
Fat lot of good that'd do me around here. Poor dwarfies can't seem to catch a break in these parts. So, to the dwarves.
Look at her closely. Her eyes are bloodshot and bleary, and worry lines her face. Tell her she should stop drinking, really.
Psh, give me one good reason.
Say that she looks like someone with a story to tell. She can't tell it if she's passed out cold.
She dumps a heavy arm around your shoulder and pulls you in close, her breath hot and sour in your face.
Look at this. This is my story.
She shows you the 2 swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her arm. She slaps them without finesse, making herself wince, and stares at you intensely.
I know how to make it better. I can fix it, all of it. I'll tell you.
Grasp her arm and ask her where those welts came from.
She jerks her arm away from you and gazes lovingly at the welts. She doesn't look up as she speaks.
There's this woman. I'm not crazy. And if she kisses you, she can change you. She's downstairs. And now I'm different.
Ask her how she's changed.
I don't know how to say it. I just feel it. I changed the right way. And then, I think now I'll be fine. You understand how, sometimes you just want to be fine.
Say I'd give anything to feel okay again.
Yes. Yep. You ought to go see her. Dorothea. She can help. Help. She can help you.
She looks at you earnestly, her eyes gleaming, the twinkle of the amber ale behind them.
I seem good, don't I? Yeah, I do.
Okay, so if we talk her out of it, she tells us a bit about certain Dorothea that we will meet downstairs in a little while. Now, because I'm drunk, I'm naked. Make of this what you will. If Lohse gets drunk, she undresses. However, not by choice, but because she can't wear her stuff without enough intelligence. Let's see, who do we have behind the counter? Prudence!
Got a customer, Loverick! Where's that shiftless layabag lurking now?
Let's see, let me change the camera. He's right about there. You should be able to see him actually. But you don't care apparently. Fine. Who do we have here? Another elf. Garvin.
Ah, finally! Your colleague over there is absolutely useless.
Offer him a fragrant bowl of the house deer.
Ah, you truly are my saviour.
I think I looted it from Loverick.
He inhales deeply over the stew, savouring the scent of it, then scoops up a large chunk of meat and swallows it down, seemingly without chewing. He pauses in anticipation, then frowns.
Rather disappointing, isn't it? After all I've been through, not another tragedy.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly.
Relent and ask him what's the matter.
His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was killed by those void beasts. I told him we ought not to travel in the hills, but would he listen? No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds. And on top of it all, the stew was a disappointment.
Ask him to tell you more about his missing supplies. Perhaps you could retrieve it.
Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me. Tell me, how are you with, well, Void Woken?
So you've slain them before, and you plan to do it again.
Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a Void Woken. It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. We'd invested our entire livelihood in those wares. I'll do anything to get them back.
So you should be able to get the supplies back, but you'll be wanting your fair share of the takings.
Of course. Of course. We'll, discuss the specifics once you've returned. Now, give me your map. I'll show you just where to look. I doubt those beasts out there have any use of such a cargo. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made my day. Good luck.
Red ink in the ledge. Oh, the prostitute's dead. We've agreed to try and recover the supplies for Garvin. There should be somewhere along the trading road west of Driftwood. It is there. I don't know why this is revealed, but whatever. Up here you see Blood Moon Island. Pretty dark place. And I have the feeling that we'll have to go there to see Jayan. Just weird. But yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, and lastly we have Connie Gregor.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight?
Fight, you ask? What fight?
This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one?
Look around. Admit that you're tempted.
Well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you then. Bye now. Till later.
Okay. Now, over here we have the kitchens with Wivlia. Let's drop a safe. Well, Wivlia, who are you?
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given the surroundings.
Please, madam, you should not be back here. It's not safe.
Tell her you're not concerned about safety. Surely her cooking can't be that bad.
The cook smiles, expertly concealing any offence caused by your comment.
My cooking will only hurt your gold purse. But there are a great deal of sharp implements and hot liquids in here. Please, I must insist.
I don't think so. So look around.
I've spotted something.
I spotted something. Over there, a loose plank, which is considered stealing. So... no idea. Oh! What? Nothing happened. I did nothing. You saw nothing.
This ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
Magister seal. Ring of Dusk. Interesting. Why would I find a Magister ring in your kitchen, my dear?
Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this.
Hold up the ring that you found, the one she took of the dead Magisters.
She grabs the ring and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
You should have just kept out of this.
Offer her a chance to explain her actions.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
Ooh, what? What did she just say? She didn't... the Magisters didn't vanish. She turned them into stew. The stew just served to govern, maybe? Okay, I usually don't mind people killing Magisters, okay? That's completely fine with me, but I do mind feeding people Magisters. That's not quite so okay. Well, I don't... if I say this was probably going to lead to a fight. Let's just play along for now. Congratulate her on her scheme. Anyone who removes Magisters from the world deserves to be lauded.
I don't want to be lauded. If word spreads of what I've done, the Magisters will swarm all over me in an instant. I oughtn't to trust you. It's a foolish risk. But something tells me you won't betray me. Don't prove me wrong, though, or you'll regret it. Now go.
Really, you're threatening me. Missing Magisters. We found a bloodied ring bearing the Magister seal hidden in the kitchen at the Bull Tavern. We have strong evidence to suggest that Well, the other cook at the Bull Tavern, is responsible for the Magister's disappearance. We confronted Wyvlia, the tavern cook. She has admitted that she killed the missing Magisters and disposed of their bodies in her cooking pot. Well, fuck.
The cook nods
what?
at you curtly.
Remember what I told you. Betray my trust, and you'll pay, just like those Magisters did.
Listen, buddy, I am very, very much considering killing you right now, so I would not antagonize me any further. Just shut the fuck up.
That lying waiter seems to have legged it.
The waiter? What? What did Lohse just say? That lying waiter just legged it? Is she talking about Loverick? He's not legging anything, he's lying right there. Huh, whatever. Let's talk to Stuart.
What is it? Unless you know something about the disappearances, leave me alone. I need to concentrate.
Declare that the tavern cook was behind the disappearances. The missing Magisters died at her hands.
The cook? Of course, of course! I had worked it out for myself, naturally. I was just about to present my findings to the Magisters. Well done, stranger.
Wow, are they're just only assholes around here.
So it was an elf all this time. Perhaps the Magisters were right to remove my kind from their ranks. The fiend has faced justice, I assume?
Say that you didn't kill her.
The elf glares at you with alarm.
You left her alive? I won't let that foul bitch get away with this. I have to stop her.
Okay. He has set off to confront her by himself. Let's see what's going to happen.
Murderer! You've been killing my comrades.
The cook piles a bundle of what appears to be red clothing into the hearth. It ignites. She turns and eyes you coldly.
You! I trusted you and you betrayed me.
Own it. Deny it.
I already fell for one lie. I won't fall for a second.
Ah, fine, whatever. If you want to die. Livelier, the tavern cook, is dead. Well, I'm not too sorry about Stuart's death. He just pretended that he solved the case by himself, instead of thanking me that I solved it for him. And then he went ahead and got himself killed by a freaking cook. What kind of magister are you? Why do you have a creepy eye? Anyway, cook is dead and I can now help myself to all of her things, which is quite nice. Ah, I see.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Yeah, let's have a look in those cooking notes. Food splotched recipe. This looks like a page torn from a cookbook, splotched with sauce and singed at the edges. Magister Virgil, 215 pound? I don't know. Good marbling. Too lean. Diseased liver. Tough meat. Marinade? Next. Magister Carol, Feder and Carver. Okay, so she was quite busy and she still had quite a few people on her list. Found a note on the tavern cook's person with details of matches she's killed and others she intends to kill. And we also got some remains. The simple grisly dish is considered a fine dessert among dwarven circles. Okay, do they know that it's made out of magisters? Whatever. Yeah, let's turn ourselves into an elf. Naked elf. And eat some human parts. Now let's start with the cook. All 5 toes, check. An attached leg.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms. Your vision blurs with tears. You look away. To a raised valley below, tendrils of death fog dissipate, revealing a victorious Divine Order army advancing. Humans, magisters, murderers.
Okay, so she was a victim of the death fog attack. I can sympathize with that. I can even sympathize with killing magisters, but you know, this whole serving them up to innocent customers, that's not so cool. So yeah, I think killing her was the right thing to do. Let's see, I can't remember where this is from, but I guess we'll find out.
A painful death. Trapped and defenseless.
Okay, maybe not. Fine, that was very interesting. Alright. Yeah, let's do some looting. Okay, that's it. Now, do you want to comment on your dead cook, maybe?
Not now. I've got a kitchen and a bar to run. Bloody with you. Somebody should have taught her a little decorum.
Actually, you do comment on it. Oh, whatever. Maybe we should go ahead and tell the magisters that we solved their little disappearance. Okay, Magister Carver.
The Magister's jaw is tightly clenched as he stares out of the window. He senses you.
What?
Announce that you know who is responsible for the disappearance of his comrades.
Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me!
Declare that the tavern cook was the culprit. You were forced to kill her when you confronted her.
What? The bloody cook? It can't be! Whoa, why did Higba have that contraband then?
Shrug and say that you don't know. He didn't seem to be involved in the disappearances, though.
Then he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
Tell him that you liberated a note from the tavern's cook pocket. It contents are rather incriminating.
The Magister snatches the note and peers at it.
These names, they're the ones who went missing.
And others. My name is on here. The cook's been reported dead. How did you get this? Never mind, I thought she was another victim, but this... She must have been the culprit.
Yeah, the cook has been reported dead. How did I possibly get this note? No idea.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we Magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
Well, you obviously can't.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
Okay, let's see. Nope. Yeah, that's not bad actually.
Die of thirst. Fill my
I love
cup.
that. I should start gathering some gear. The problem with this Tyrant set is that if I want to change one of the items, I have to change all of them, because they only work if I have them equipped at the same time, which sucks a lot. So I need to start gathering some strength gear.
To murder Magisters.
Okay, so the murder case has been solved. Now, down there is a lot of stuff, but before we do that, I believe we'll go upstairs and check out this level of the tavern.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Let's go up here.
The town is poor, but this room is rich.
You got that right.
Now, who do we have here? This seems a rather rich place, yes. I should come... yeah, I'll come here in between episodes and pick it clean. Anyway, Captain Abelweather.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself, and somewhere nearby you hear a bell ringing.
You really don't have to look that far.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass.
Oh, forget.
If she held a compass, she must have been the captain. Ask her where her ship lies berthed.
The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad.
Tell her you hear the bells, and crew Lohse too.
I'm haunted by my crew. They ring the bell to drive me mad. Please, make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
Let's see, drowning our sorrows. We encounter a disturbed sea captain named Abelweather at the Black Bull Tavern. She claims to be haunted by the bells of a lost ship. Abelweather asked us to try and stop the ringing ship bell. The torments her.
Who rings the bell?
No. Stop safe. And let's see if there's actually something tormenting here. Let's turn on Spirit Vision. And now, who do we have here? Spirit of Seaman Stubbs.
Rocks ahead, Captain. You hear me?
Let's talk to him.
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip curled in a malevolent grin, his eyes wide with hate, and all the time he rings his bell. He registers your presence. His head swivels towards you.
Spoke to the lady, Captain, didn't you? I seen you cozying up. Are you her woman, or sail you with us?
Tell him it's time to set sail himself. His life is over. He can go to the Hall of Echoes.
I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell. Rocks ahead, Captain. There's no lighthouse here. Rocks ahead! Ha 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 ha!
Ah, we've read about this in this cautionary pamphlet. The Magisters seem to believe that the dwarves are responsible for this, that they light fires to lure unsuspecting ships onto the rocks. Anyway, tell him he's promoted to captain. Time for him to join his ship.
But I'm on duty here. There are rocks ahead, and the captain must know it.
Telling me he's relieved.
He blinks once, twice. A single salty tear drips from one ghostly eye. The bell falls silent. He raises a finger to his temple in salute and fades away.
See ya. Okay, this gave me a bunch of XP. We managed to stop the spirit of first mate Stubbs from ringing the ship bell. Let's see. Captain Name or whether.
ringing, but the infernal bell is gone.
She babbles breathlessly on. Barely aware you're there. And nearby sounds a ringing bell.
What?
My ears are still a-ringing.
Tell her the bell should ring no more.
And I have you to thank for it? Then thank you I surely do. That accursed bell lies with the Peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. My compass lies there too.
The Peacemaker? Ask about her compass.
The compass surely lies on the bottom, near where the ship was wrecked. Take it with my blessing, if you can find it. My sailing days are done.
Ask for the location of the wreck.
Let me mark your chart. But you be warned. Stay off the wreck itself. Let her lie as a monument to her dead crew, and as testament to my mistake.
Ask her what happened to the Peacemaker's cargo, if there was one. It must have salvaged value.
She goes white as the proverbial ghost.
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Far as anyone's concerned, we sailed with an empty hold, and if there's anything left to salvage, you leave it where it is. Heed me. Leave the cargo of the Peacemaker alone.
She turns away. Conversation over.
The Peacemaker. It was the ship that was mentioned in Beast's notes, I believe. The ship that Lohse was to raid. And well, it looks like he succeeded. What do we have here? Crap. We will take that and sell it. Oh, I can take your silver glass without it being stolen? Sure, I'll have that. No, I'll pick your place clean later.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Let's just go in here.
Really don't have to look that far. Careful, you know?
Because there are magisters around here. You don't want to see them casting spirit vision. Now, what I wanted to do is check if there are any spirit of Magister Herrick. Who are you?
The spirit of a Magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
My ring! Where's my ring?
Ask what happened to her.
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly, morbidly entranced.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
Say that you know Magisters have gone missing lately. Is she one of them?
The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it. All of it.
Say that her body hasn't been found. Does she know where it might be? Well, I know where it is.
The spirit ponders your question and seems to shiver.
Oh, in many places. I feel my body in 100 moving graves, warm and wet.
Ask who she is. Who killed her?
The spirit inclines her head towards the kitchen.
Okay, so she would have given us a hint on, well, on the cook, but we already know she was the murderer. Anyway, let's go upstairs. We killed a bunch of people upstairs. Let's see if there are some spirits too.
Why do you
No ghosts. Okay. So, who do we have here? Brex.
It's a shame, it is.
An absolute shame.
That's what they're talking about. What's shame?
Alexander, slaughtered like a supper lamb. Poor dear.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. Never thought I'd say this. I hope they round up them sorcerers for good. I ain't needing one sick and a void working on me.
You said it, Hilga. You're a true patriot.
Sure. And two magisters sitting over here. Let's talk to them. Magister Eden.
Yeah? What do you want?
This is considered a hero tab, but it could also be from Lohse and sarcasm. So let's consider this as sarcasm. Tell her you want the very best for all people.
Huh. I want another beer and a bowl of stew. Which of us is more likely to get what they want, do you think?
Remark that optimism is a moral duty.
Guess that makes me a sinner. Perhaps you can help us settle an argument.
That's what the disagreement is.
Thatcher here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the brightest.
Thatcher grins hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards, and Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
Well, I don't think anyone is ever going to sleep with Thatcher's, with Loverick's lizards again. So, yeah, I think this agreement is kind of pointless.
They look at you expectantly.
Note that if Thatcher is looking for romance, she should look no further than a partner. It must be clear to everyone that Eden here is deeply in love with her.
Thatcher bursts out laughing. Eden goes bright red.
Lost. Before I throw you in a cell for disrespecting a magister. 2 magisters. The magisters.
Thatcher doesn't look disrespected. Thatcher looks amused.
Disrespecting one magister's enough. Go on. Get lost.
She turns back to her drink.
Let's see if Thatcher has anything to say to this.
She tips you a wink, then turns away.
No, apparently not. Now, what do we have here? Captain's cabin. Okay, more stuff to steal. I will be doing all of that in between episodes. A dozing adventurer and a chest with a lock. Let's see. Let's drop it. Nice safe. And
the chest won't open.
Svera did it under your breath.
Speak the word, and I shall open.
Wouldn't it allowed if the box didn't just speak to you?
Speak the word, the magic word, and I shall open.
Try the word.
You speak the word. I open. For your safety,
What?
please stand back.
Are you kidding me? The jester answer with the right answer? Stand
The
back.
lock unlocks with the tiniest click.
Really? We came across a locked chest that spoke to us demanding the password. Such sophisticated precautions must surely hide a rich bounty. Well, let's see. Oh. That's actually not too bad.
I've never been so embarrassed.
It is quite bad, but it's worth quite a lot, so let's have it. And we should get out of here because
it's not true.
those magisters are going to investigate, I bet. Are you? No?
No.
No? Okay. Let's see. The quest is closed? Apparently. Fine. Now, what else is up here? There is a locked door over here. Can I lockpick it? Nope. Okay, I'll have to come back here. I will do... Fine, maybe I won't do it in between episodes. I'll record it, and yeah, we'll do this next episode then. Anyway, there's one last room this level, and who do we have here? A bunch of guardsmen. Ooh. And Baron Levere. Well, Baron Levere, who are you?
When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, madam?
Yeah, this sounds like Lohse. Faint befuddlement. The innkeeper told you this is your room.
Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for our confusion. Odd, she's usually as strict as a taxman. Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service.
Ask Baron where his travels are taking him.
Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a traveling man?
The state of his boots point out they look quite travel-worn.
He laughs heartily.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my boots would give me away, but you're quite right, of course. I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon, a celebration no man with a heart that is both as pious and mercantile as mine should miss.
Inquire after Lucian's Day and his reasons for attending.
I go because it is every citizen's duty, our communal obligation to chant the rites of the return and pray for Lucian's divine resurrection. That said, I do have more secular motivations as well. Arx positively overflows with pilgrims during the festival, pilgrims and their purses. As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the year.
I'm not certain if Arx is the capital of this country or whatever, but it is one of the biggest cities at least. Well, it's a pretty big city in any case. And Lucian's Day is some kind of holiday or whatever. Say that if he's a merchant, no. You notice two other men in the room. Not they look well armed.
Of course they are, as good bodyguards should be. I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need protection, especially if they accompany their wealth. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always.
Okay. So another merchant, that's quite nice. Alright, so before we end the episode, however, I would like to talk to this guy over here. Papa Thrash. Let's see, let's drop a save and let's go.
Hey up, if it ain't the beast man. Can't believe you found driftwood. How do you smell the ale over all that rotten fish? Get it?
Okay, so he's an kind of acquaintance of Beast. Oh, let's see where this is going.
The unfamiliar dwarf scratches his head nervously, then chuckles again. He doesn't seem sure what to say next.
Hey, shh, keep it low. I don't need magisters crawling up my backside after I just emptied it out.
I'll be quiet as a mouse. You bet. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Now go on down. Effie's Emporium's your bag for sure.
Okay. Let's try to talk to him again.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
What?
You want an engraved invitation?
Wait a second. Okay, so down here is a lot of stuff, but...
You want an engraved invitation?
What the hell? I thought he was a trader. Anyway, if you don't have Beast in your party, he just doesn't. He doesn't let you pass this easily. And in my first playthrough, well, it came to blows, so to speak, and I killed him. But that was a bad idea because I actually thought him to be a trader,
you want
but
an engraved invitation every time?
He doesn't want to trade with me. That sucks. Anyway, down there is a whole lot more to see, and we'll explore this next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.